Okay, so have the lighting here better because like there's no one on the road at 2 fucking a.m. Let's be real. Allergies are still shitty. So I have like a 12-minute drive home. So let's review Scream with no spoilers. I need to do a spoiler review on this one because there's a lot to talk about. I'm not saying it like that because I'm just saying it like to be mysterious because like I don't want to spoil anything. I'm not saying I didn't like it because I'm not going to tell you if I did or not. But I'll get into it this way. Scream 6 has been my most anticipated movie for the year. I'm a huge fucking Scream fan. I'm wearing a Scream shirt. You might not be able to see it right now. Whatever. It's a really nice shirt from Cavity Colors. Shout out. And I'm a huge Scream fan just like overall. It's been a franchise I've loved for like years on at this point, about 4 or 5 years. It specifically became my favorite franchise of horror easily last year, and it might be my favorite franchise like ever now. Because I just don't think there's a bad one in the bunch. Like almost every single Scream film has, if it hasn't been great, it's been at least pretty good. Like if not like pretty good, because the third one is a mess and it's my least favorite, it's at least fun. Like I always enjoy my time watching the third one for a lot of parts. There's a lot of dumb elements to it. The kill reveal is pretty basic, but it's a fun movie to watch. A lot of good laughs, few okay kills. There's ideas here and there that I do like about it. The return of Randy on the TV screen is a great sequence. There's things that really work with that film. So it's not a film that I just necessarily really dislike or something about it doesn't work. A lot about it works for me. It's just like, naturally speaking, there's a lot of open elements there when you discuss a Scream film about what you like and what you dislike, because there's so much shit to talk about with every Scream film. There's not just like one subject matter here, one subject matter there. There's so much to talk about each and every Scream film. And to kick it off, Scream 1 is probably my all-time favorite movie. It's definitely like a top 10, because it's like, I have a bunch of 10 out of 10 movies, like ones that I find perfect because I've seen a shitload of movies. And Scream is one of them, but it's just like one right now that I'm vibing with the most. And that's because I'm in a horror mood, honestly, and I just love Scream 1. It's so goddamn good. And yeah, it's been my favorite for like, I'd say the past year I've confirmed it as my favorite. But like, could always change. My mood always changes. I could have another favorite, like School of Rock is one of my favorite movies. That could be another day. But at the moment, it's Scream, and that's why I was really excited for Scream 6. I was pumped. I was like, the trailers look more brutal. It looks very different. There looks like there's an open element here in New York. It looks like it's going to be a really good film. Good laughs, good tension, some really good kills. I'll give you credit. The kills here are fucking brutal, and they are great. So if that's what you're looking forward to specifically, you're going to enjoy that stuff for sure. Now, did I like this movie? Hell yeah, I liked it. This movie is fucking awesome. This movie is awesome. There are elements here and there that I can complain about. That'll have to be done in the spoiler review. But I can hint that I didn't like the motive necessarily, and I didn't think it was like amazingly unique. The killers, because I'm not gonna say if it's like 1, 2, 3, 5 thousands of killers. I'm not gonna say any of that shit, but because like people want to be surprised. But I'll say it just like the idea of it, what came down in the motive, just 100% didn't work for me overall. But the execution and the sequence at the end, the action, the kills, the ideas at the end, what they do in the sequences are a lot of fun. So if that stuff really worked for me, even if what the reveal was and everything else involving the killers didn't work, everything else about that sequence did work really well. So my complaint comes from that. There is some forced dialogue, and I will say Jack Champion plays this character named Ethan, and I didn't think his acting was particularly great. Besides that, I thought this was a great movie. I thought it was a lot of fun. It's a very good Scream film. It has all the film discussions you want them to have and talk about. Mindy and Chad, once again, are the goddamn standouts, especially Chad. Mason Gooding gets a fucking role of a lifetime in this. I hope this shoots him up front to just being more like, he's funny, he has a lot of heart, he almost is the heart of this movie, I would argue. He's just so goddamn good in this. And of course, our lead fronts are Jenna Ortega and Melissa Barrera playing Sam and Tara again. And I know a lot of people complained about Melissa Barrera in the first one. I agree her acting at times is a little off in that film. It's not always the greatest, but in particular here, I think she does quite the better job. I thought she was really good here. And I haven't really heard a lot of people talk about her online. My friends who I saw it with argued that there are parts where she wasn't great. There are a few little spots here and there, but I thought she was really good still. Like, I thought she was better than she was the first time, and I thought she was pretty good the first time. I would say she was really good here. She steps it up, and I thought she did a really good job. So, like, for people saying she's not a great actress, it's just because she kind of has that, like, one facial expression, you know? She is very monotone, like my friends say, but I thought she did a really good job here. So, for the people complaining about her, and if you're going to bitch about her again, she does good here. And the plot that they give her to deal with is actually something that is a social issue we can touch on, about how people easily on social media and influencers can frame stuff. They can, like, make something look different. Because this isn't a big spoiler, this isn't, like, plot synopsis and stuff people have hinted at, that Sam is kind of being blamed for the murders. Like, she was the true murderer, the one behind it all. Like, she's the cause of it. She's the real psychopath because she's Billy Loomis's daughter. And everyone knows about that now. And everyone refers to her as a psychopath. And that can, like, bring out more of them. And when people are all against you and have that evidential theory, like, that can always just be a thing to offset people. And I thought that that was a really good and effective story element that they used in this film. Excuse me. I've had such a bad cough, and it's a dry throat. I don't know if it's strep or allergies, but it's been getting on my nerves. Yeah. So, I like that element with it, and I think Jenna Ortega is great here. She kind of followed her to New York. She followed Tara to New York while she's going to college, and it's in the trailer that they're going to college. You can see it on the charts. You can see it in the background. This is obviously a college plot, and you're probably thinking, Scream 2 again. God fucking damn it. So this is just a copycat sequel movie. And while in elements it is, this one isn't as in your face as, like, 5 is, like, a literal requel to remake a movie, and, like, the plot and motive is, like, hey, we want to make a movie. You know, like, that isn't, like, the gag the whole time here. It isn't, like, a more funny motive that's clever on toxic fandom. This is different. This is a literal motive this time of why someone would kill someone other than just being insane and caring about a fucking movie franchise within a movie franchise universe. The joke of this movie, though, is franchise. Like, we've opened up the ideas to all being like, hey, anyone can get killed. We're in a big franchise now. Fucking deal with it. That's basically the speech given this time. And it was funny, and Mindy does a great job with it again. And there are little forced elements, but you gotta have them almost every movie. It's just a dumb fan thing. That part felt a little forced, but it was fun. There are ideas here that feel a little forced. There are characters, like, especially the new ones, like the new friends of this group, since, you know, like, we don't have Dylan Minnette and Mikey Madison and shit. The new friend group here is not developed the greatest. In fact, they might be a little developed less than the last one, but at the core, our core four, as they are actually referred to in the film, Mason Gooding is Chad, Mindy, played by Jasmine Savoy Brown, Melissa Barrera playing Sam, and Jenna Ortega playing Tara. They're fucking great. They are the heart and soul of this movie. They develop the whole movie. They push the story forward in so many ways, and it's beautiful in so many ways. There's, like, really heartwarming moments here. If you're wondering how Courtney Cox and Kirby Reed are, because I've heard a lot of people ask about them online, and, like, people are just kind of overshadowing them, they're fine. It was cool to see Kirby again. It made me excited. She had some, like, really cute moments. I was like, it's fun to see you again. I hope you come back. Like, I really do hope you come back. I'm not going to spoil it, but I hope she comes back. That's all I'll say. She could be dead. But fuck, like, you know, they left her off dead in the fourth one. Like, I should come back. I don't know. I really, really want to see... I don't know. I really liked Kirby, but I feel like they could have given her more. She's fun to have here, but I feel like in a different scenario she could have had more. But she is fun. Like, it's not like a complaint with her. And the same goes for Courtney Cox. She has this great fucking chase sequence that you kind of see clipped in the trailer, like, in her apartment. It's awesome. It is, like, the opening sequence of this movie, too. Oh my god, I can't wait to fucking get into spoilers on another video to talk about that. Holy shit, I loved that opening. I'll say the opening and all the big set pieces that are hidden in the trailer, like the ladder set piece, the subway set piece, the armor set piece, that shit is so entertaining. And intertwined in the middle is a heartwarming story and an actually, like, interesting social message. And even if elements of, like, the killers or the motive didn't work for me, or there's a few forced jokes where I'm like, you just did that because it's a Scream film, it still really worked for me. This is either my second or third favorite. I'm seeing it again tomorrow, and hopefully I'm seeing it with my family on Saturday. So I'll have time to, like, think and process it. And then definitely when I get into the spoiler reviews, I'll have more to talk about it with y'all and myself. And it will get to sit with me more. Because I'm kind of like, I literally like saw the movie, went to IHOP with friends, and now I'm heading home. I'm about to be home in like a minute. But yeah, I really enjoyed the movie. I hope people go check it out this weekend. I want more sequels, because if they can keep up this good work as a consistently fun franchise that doesn't disappoint, as it hasn't yet, I'll be fucking satisfied with it. And this really worked for me. I'd say a solid right now 8 out of 10, and it could go up. The more I think about it, could go down. I don't know, but it's probably my second favorite, maybe third favorite. I really like this movie. Did not disappoint for my most anticipated movie of the year. Probably my favorite movie so far this year as well. I haven't seen a shitload. I've only seen like 13 or 14 movies, but yeah. You'll hear more about later when I do my spoiler review, probably on Sunday or Monday. It depends on when I feel like it. So you'll see it eventually. Thank you. That's it. Bye-bye.